G'day and welcome to Aussie Vision. We're doing our preview of the national finals coming to our completion over the weekend, and we've got a few to get through, so let's get started. Number one, Iceland. Who's going to take it out?
It looks like it's come down to a race in two, doesn't it, in Iceland? I think we're going to talk about Hatari and Friedrich. What do you think's going to happen?
Look, I think Friedrich is a safe choice. It's a very nice ballad. It's very well sung. It's well staged. But, you know, we've seen that. We saw that last year, and where did that get Iceland?
Iceland step away from the prosaic ballad. It is going to do you no good. If you have any sense, get on Hatari and get on quickly.
And look, I do think Iceland will actually do it. They're a progressive nation. They've not qualified for 4 years in a row. It feels like a little bit like Australia wanted a risk this year. If Iceland aren't going to take a risk this year, when are they going to take a risk?
I guess it comes down to that super final. You're going to have your fans Hatari. Will the anti-Hatari sentiment beat them? I hope not. I think Hatari should take it.
And don't forget that Iceland were the ones who were probably the most, probably against Israel in being for Eurovision, and I think Hatari, the way that they're actually wanting to disrupt that slightly, maybe not in terms of a protest, but just like, can you imagine their answers to questions and stuff? I think Iceland might get behind them, and I'm going to predict a very narrow win to Hatari.
I'm going to say Hatari's going to storm it. They're going to go through easily. Easily. Let's go off to Finland. It's the song for Darude. They've got the three. We've got it down to two, we think. Got Superman and Look Away should be the contenders. Thoughts?
It's very close in the voting with people's opinions on this between Look Away and Superman. I think they're the ones that really are gathering people's attention, and they're very neck and neck in every poll you see. But I think the jury won't go for Look Away as much because I feel it's very repetitive, while Superman has a little bit more there as a song structure.
Yeah, I kind of prefer Superman myself. I think it's got a bit more of a Eurovision vibe. I think that should be the one to just probably squeak ahead. But who knows? They're all fairly similar. It's all the same artist.
I think it's going to be tight between those two. My feeling is, I prefer Superman, and I think it will just get through on the jury vote.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I'm with you on that one.
Norway.
Oh, jeez. You know, this is going to be a fairly close one, we think, but again, we've come down to two. Looks like we've got Kino and Moreland being the two. What do you think?
Look, Merlin was my favourite song actually going into it, and I love Spirit in the Sky, and I know the fandom love it as well. And it's definitely going to come down to these two, I think, and they're very different songs. I was saying earlier that I thought Merlin was going to be able to, because he's going to do a great staging of this. This is going to work really well. I think it's going to get some jury appeal as well. But Spirit in the Sky does have something special, and I'm starting to err on their side.
Okay. I think it all comes down to Merlin's staging, to be honest. If he makes this song compelling, I'm not a great fan of the song, to be honest. I think it's a little bit boring. I much would prefer to see Kino go through. But if he can capture the staging, it's going to elevate the song and make it a lot closer. I still think Kino may edge it, though.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that one as well. I think it's going to be super close, but I just have a feeling Spirit in the Sky is going to find a way through. They did an acoustic performance. It was really good. It captured me, so I think they might squeeze through.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's go off to Portugal. Go off to Portugal. Festival de Canção comes to a conclusion. There's a big favourite in this one, Conan. We also think, who do you think are challenging? Maybe
Matai. I hate it. I think it's horrendous. It's a Disney ripoff. But it did very well and it beat him in the semi-final. However, in the last couple of years, the second place in the semi-final has gone on to win, and I think we're going to see the same here. There's so much momentum behind Conan. I think the jury really marked them down, and I feel like that's going to change a lot. A bit of a Marouf situation in terms of the actual Vidber, not the after effects.
Oh gosh.
So I do think he's actually going to come through, and I think he's going to storm it.
Yeah, I've got into the thinking there's going to be a jury adjustment on this one. I think they voted it down. I think they're seeing the momentum now and just going to go, oh wow, don't stand in the way of this one going. I think it's going to be Conan in a canter. Anyone else? Kalema possibly to...
Look, Kalema's the more generic, nice pop song that we actually really love. But Portugal's going to send a Portuguese style song, and it's going to be Conan.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
You would hope so. Otherwise, stand by for fan meltdown.
Atari and Conan this weekend is going to be like... Rrr.
Let's go off to Moldova.
Yes.
And what their national finals presenting. We've only seen the auditions from this one. Who do you think might be in the running with this?
It's quite an open field, and I think they did get rid of some better songs in the auditions. But anyway, I think we've probably got three here we're looking at. And there's Anna Odobescu, It's Tina G, not Gina G.
Oh, gosh.
And also probably the one that we like, Diana Breska.
Yeah, look, it seems like they defund the whole final. What is it, Brand Moldova and their weird sort of quirky novelty songs are out the window. Seem very heavy with ballads, etc. with this selection. I've got a feeling I liked Anna, it sort of stood out to me, but we also liked Diana as well.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm probably, if I have to put my money on it, I'm going to go with Anna. Though Tina G seems to have a lot of love behind her. It's a bit of an angry ballad, but I think the Anna is a better choice.
Yeah, fair enough. I tend to agree with that one. Let's go to Serbia. Beovizija held their semi-finals over the weekend. You got up and watched them at some ungodly hour.
Well, it's on the weekend. I know we're losing track. It was during the week. On the weekend, the final will be, and I think there's 3 songs that we're looking at, or artists. Nevena, Sashka, and Zenan.
Yeah,
Zenan. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's really close affair here. There's a lot of female ballads which could hurt them in splitting the vote. So will a male come through and take out the victory? I'm not sure.
Yeah, seems very, very female heavy in this final, and also very traditional heavy with the Serbs this year. Not an awful lot of modern electronic stuff or anything coming through.
Yeah.
But I definitely think perhaps Nevena might have enough to take this out.
I feel like she's getting that kind of like a good feeling of that ballad with a bit of a modern twist, and I think that's going to get through in the end. But I wouldn't be surprised if Zenan takes it out. But I'm going to go Nevena.
Yeah, I think I'm on the Nevena bandwagon as well on that one.
All right, well, that's going to be on Monday morning Australia time, so we'll have to wait and see until it finds out. But should be a big weekend ahead.
Again, thanks very much for joining us, guys.
All right, see you later.
Bye.